Hey everybody, I'm Dr. Plasma and I have something special for you today. So, if you've seen some of my videos recently, I've been looking at different palettes on castles. And right here, I've got a collection of different color palettes so we can talk about doing different types of designs and experimenting with your color palettes in Minecraft. So rather than actually guide you on a tour of each of these castles, I'm going to do something special. We are in the 1.19 snapshot, which means we've got mangrove. And so let's go over here, and I've got something really cool for you. So I'm going to go to spectator mode, and we're going to zoom to over here. And so right here, I have a setup with structure blocks, and what this is going to allow us to do is to look at all of them at the same time. I'm going to cycle through all of these different color palettes, and we're going to look at them. Ready? So what we're going to do right here is I'm going to start a redstone signal. And so you can see here, there's a lot of different things you can do even with the same build. So this is ItsMarloe's castle. I'll put the link in the description as always. I want to make sure I give him credit. And this is a lot of different things you could do with it. So we've got mushroom, desert, ice, lush caves, mangrove. Here's the original one. My quartz design, blackstone, an elven dark oak, prismarine, deepslate, nether, cobblestone, copper, stone, brick, and I think we've cycled around to birch and mushroom again. And so we can go around and look in this build, so I can even open this door and it'll stay open until it changes. There we go. There's actually a pressure plate on the iron ones. Just good timing on my part. But if you look, there's a lot of different things you can do to still get the same effect if you just switch out the blocks. And so this is something to really consider as you look around your builds, is to try to do them in a different color palette and see what looks better. There's a lot of different color palettes, and I don't see a lot of videos discussing color palette and some of the different things you can do. So for example, you might find a different flower depending on what looks better in your build. And when you're running low on blocks, you might just not have as many. And so, for example, I've got lots of different variants on some of the stone ones, and the quartz ones, the blackstone, but I might not have nearly as many. If you watch, as we get to some of the cobblestone ones and the copper ones, you see we only have the one on the endstone down here. So we've got 3 different types of stairs down here, but on some of them we don't have 3 types of stairs because we just didn't have that many. On the lush variant, I used oak and I used mossy stairs, mossy stone brick stairs, and so we only had the 2. And so you don't have to have as many to give yourself variants as long as you have at least something that looks decent. I recommend having a type of wood no matter what you do, and I recommend trying to find a wall that looks good with it. If you can figure that out and then you can find some matching half slabs, those are the biggest challenges. And so generally you only need about 3 blocks, I would say. You have a main block, which if you look at the main wall here, you'll see you've got the mushroom, you've got the regular sandstone. You want to kind of have like a framing block, and so that's going to be the ones that are on the edges here. And then you want to have something you can mix in. And so it depends on what it is. I mixed in dark prismarine on the prismarine one. I mixed in red. So you kind of want to have your side of your wall block, you kind of want to have a corner block, and then you kind of want to have a mix in. And so you can kind of tell, and if you want to have a second mix in, you can do that. And then I've got an accent. And so what I did is I have the chiseled stone. You can see right in here next to my head. I've kind of used the chisel blocks and then blocks of emerald or blocks of diamond coming up or sideways logs as kind of an accent block. It kind of draws your attention to those focal points. So there's the diamond and there's the amethyst. And so that's really all you need for a build. I can do some more details, but I thought this was kind of a cool trick to show you. All you need to do is to do a bunch of redstone, and in order to prevent any weird issues with doors and beds not being created, I recommend doing a observer on these because it makes it technically fire twice. I think that's a little bit easier for demonstration purposes. But that's what I did. And all you've got to do is if you control middle click, you can actually get the data that's in here. And you can, when you place it down, it's going to have it in there. And however many blocks off it is, you can come over here and you can just change the number. So I changed it from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, from 1 to 5 on this one. And I just changed the particular structure that I saved. And so that's all you have to do. This is really simple to do. It's big, but there's not any thought process to it. And so that'll give you the ability to try, if you save something as a structure with different palettes, to be able to go through them and look at some of the different ones. And so hope some of these were pretty. pause the video. I'll go through it one last time with you. Let's look at it from like the other side. I actually made it so that no two flags on top are the same color wool. But I'll give you some other angles to kind of see. And if you want to pause this video or rewind and go through it, you can kind of get some ideas and some inspiration. I thought this might be helpful for inspiration, just for ideas. There's a lot of things you can do with castles, and I really enjoyed this build, and I kind of wanted to do it justice. And so I've looked at it in every possible color I can think of. And so hope that was helpful. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.